Hey, I'm going to talk about why some vegan activists do not care for PETA. So if you are a meat eater, support the Center for Consumer Freedom, which is based on lies, distortion of the truth, and greed for profits for the most part, you can move on. If you don't like PETA, that's fine too. It's about animals. You can support groups like Mercy for Animals or veganoutreach.org, or just keep it about the animals. But if you do just have issues with PETA in particular, support those groups. Watch meatvideo.com about factory farms, and you can refrain from supporting animal abuse yourself. Worry about your own actions over others. So PETA's not my scapegoat. This is just constructive criticism because I care and have a lot of experience promoting in the field and line. That I feel that they miss the fundamentals and there's gaps in their activism, which needs to be filled by volunteers and them. They have over $30 million. Humane Society has much more actually, even though the new CEO is vegan and opened up a factory farm division. But my issue is there's no field workers, or very few. Instead of being in buildings in Virginia, one building, doing behind the scenes work, they should be in the field promoting with us. They want us to donate to them, yet they want us to do all the work despite us having full-time jobs, families, or going to school. They want us to I use all my vacation time from my job to do their work after I used to donate to them. Trying to empower you, possibly to request this from them, petition them on this, but also for you to support better, more effective and efficient groups that need the funding much more than rich PETA or Humane Society, such as Mercy for Animals, veganoutreach.org, or adoptacollege.org, which are severely underfunded, but yet very effective and efficient. So PETA, they don't have any field workers as far as I know. I've lived in several large cities from San Diego, California, San Francisco, Orlando, Florida, New York, where I grew up and live now, and Houston, Texas, and Dallas, Texas, some of the biggest cities. Those are some of the biggest cities in the country, millions of residents. So they come to my city, as far as I know, a few hours a year. They do a quick KFC protest or demo, hoping to get a 10-second mocking clip on the news or whatever, and then they move on. 5 hours is not enough for a city of thousands with their kind of budget and resources. They should always be there. The thing is, you need a quality message that reaches many people. I think they reach many people, but the message is very inferior. Now, if they had these field workers in the hundreds of big cities or regions across the country instead of being in one central building in Virginia, they could be doing things that volunteers do not get done, or don't have the time to do, or don't have the experience, knowledge, or logic to do. I get my area done, but most don't. I'm talking about doing all the colleges. In Houston, in Texas, for example, there was about 50 large colleges. And I'm talking about large, over 15,000 students at each. You don't need to be a student. It's free speech, publicly funded. I can go there, stand in a busy walkway, hand out thousands of booklets in a couple hours or a couple class changes. And it creates a ton of buzz. I mean, graphic and logical quotes from PhD, doctorate degree people, rather than juvenile literature like PETA has. So hopefully if they do take note of this, they don't screw it up. We found a great formula. I can give out thousands in a day, create a ton of buzz without dressing up and doing some gimmicks, create buzz with just the facts in graphic images. Everyone's talking about it, and it's highly effective, yet there's hundreds and hundreds of large schools that aren't being done or covered very much by the small network of workers and volunteers that Vegan Outreach can afford. So hopefully you support better groups financially and with your time and effort. It's very easy and effective and efficient. Most students that I've given out over $250,000 that way at youth concerts, teen pop concerts, colleges, and events. A lot of times I'll have people say, oh, students say I already got one earlier in the day, or I got one in your past visit, and I ask, what did you think? Most say it's horrible or sad, and a lot of them do say they're gradually made changes, or vegetarian. Only after I inquire. Most are shy, don't know I want to know, or I look busy. So I know hundreds of people have told me they look vegan from that. I think that's a huge gap in the fundamental facts. Most students should not graduate college without knowing that. where their food comes from, how it's made in factory farms, and that it's not healthy, necessary to be healthy, and we actually live longer. It's very simple. So education system fails at it, we should be doing it. Huge gap. Too many fall into the cracks. I was never reached as a teenager. I just stumbled upon the information by chance. And the second thing is pay-per-click ads on Facebook, MySpace, whatever. Me and a friend have done this, spent thousands on it. Had hundreds of people tell us they went vegetarian out of about 100,000 clicks.